Today, we're going to be talking about finding the right university and finding the right course for you. So, before I start, I would want to assume that I am speaking to people who have identified the country they want to study in, all right? And that you also are interested in a postgrad degree. And by postgrad, I mean master's or PhD. All right. And so we are going to start by talking about the university. And somehow along the line, I'm going to be talking about the courses and we're just going to mix everything up. So it's important for you to understand that in the undergraduate setting or in the university where when you did your undergraduate course, things were quite easy. They had broader disciplines. So if we're studying economics, you are most likely studying everything under economics, accounting, and stuff like that. But the postgrad is a little bit streamlined. You may find out that economics that you knew in undergraduate is no longer economics at the master's level or at the PhD level. At some point, you are expected to kind of specialize or kind of be very direct about what it is you want to study. And so, this might be a good period for you to get reacquainted with the disciplines and the subject. So, in a previous video, I had talked about your motivation, why you want to even do this postgrad course, right? And so the first thing is you need to even know where you stand. You need to know what your motivation is. Why do I want to do this? Now that I know why I want to do it, what is my interest? What course do I want to go for? So if it's economics, what kind of economics? If it's fine arts, what kind? If it's liberal arts, what kind? You know, I studied library and information science in the university, but now I am finding out that I need to specialize or I need to find a particular area that interests me the most because it's quite vast. So you can't study everything at that master's level. You need to find a place. And one of the first things is to find out number one, what interested you in your undergraduate course? You know, let's say you are doing a course that had some level of community outreach. So, is it community outreach that interested you? Is it community outreach in education? Does it have to do with leadership policies? Do you like being in the lab? Do you like, mixing chemicals together? These are ways to identify your interest. Also, you can identify it by asking yourself what you did in your undergraduate level. Maybe you may want to improve upon that. Now, I would also want you to understand that at the master's level, there are different kinds of masters. You could see thought programs, you could see short certificates, you could see MPhil, MRES, that's Masters of Research. You could see MEd. So it's not a case of Masters of Art or Masters of Science. Now, there are different kinds. So you need to even identify what kind you want. And when you do that, it makes it easier to know where or the things required of you in that line, right? Another thing you can do is you dive into the details. I did a webinar where I shared a site, I think that is Masters Portal. Masters Portal helps you find what you're looking for by keyword. Another portal is Find a Masters. Find a Masters, you also search it by keyword. So, for example, economics may not be economics in another school. It could be different things. Different universities have different specializations or different interests. So economics in development may be economics, maybe financial aspect of it in another university. It could be economics in maybe commerce in another university. It may be economics in community in another university. So I would always advise people to first of all start by identifying, let's say, narrow it down to like 10 universities. Identify what each of these universities stand for. Find out if that thing that they stand for is where you want to be, is where you see yourself. Don't just choose any university because you want to get admission or whatever. At the end of the day, you need somewhere that when you are at, you are happy. Okay? So so choose these universities, read their websites, and find out what they do. Some universities are more research oriented than others. Some do not mind you coming to do a thought program without research and you go. Some do not mind that, they're mixing everything research, thought program, whatever it is, certificate programs. So you need to know what that university is all about. Are they more research inclined? What kinds of research do they do? That's one. Another thing is read the department's website. So if you use a website like Find a Masters or Masters Portal, what it does for you is if you type in the keyword of what you want, it gives you different universities and the different terminologies for that. In that webinar, I did a practical. I would put the link of that webinar so that you can watch it. I did a practical with culinary studies. And culinary studies is like a course people do not even really um, see as science per se. And when we put it into Master's Portal, what it did was it gave us different universities with the different terminologies that are related to that keyword. And so we saw culinary arts, we saw nutrition and dietetics, we saw something related to agriculture now. But you find out that now it has expanded your mind to see that this course could be in different variations. And so you need to take your time to research. You need to read. I would keep emphasizing read in between the lines, understand what you're reading. So when you open it, let's say it's the one on nutrition or dietetics, when you open it up, read through. Now, there, what you need to search is the course module. You search the course module, you find out what this is all about, right? Because you would have seen overview, you would have seen the duration of the course, you may have also seen the requirements, how to apply and stuff like that. But you need to just go a step further, search for the course module, go into the details of that course, go into the detail of that discipline. Is this course model what I want to do? Does it fit what I want to do? Remember, like I said, the same course may have different interests for different in different universities. For example, my course, when I search for it in another university, it's not what I want to do. Do you understand? It's not what I want to do because their focus is quite different from what I want to do eventually. So you need to find out that you can only find that out first of all through the course model. Two, through the area of research. Usually, the universities have it on the website. They say research areas. Open the research areas and go through it. Thirdly, is find out the faculty members that are in that discipline, that are in that research areas. Read about them. Check out their current work. Is there anyone that is in alignment that is currently doing what you would like to do? If there is none, then that school might not be a good fit because you may struggle defending your application. And if they call you for an interview, you may actually struggle. Or if you are lucky enough to get the admission and you eventually start that study, you may find out that you are not flowing. So these are the things you need to do. Check the course module. When you check the course module, go into the detail of the research areas. And after doing that, find out the faculty members if they are in alignment. You also need to understand that there are different start time and end time with the universities. This might not be so much of an issue, but sometimes you may need to want to find out if this university's timetable work with you, if there are rules or if there are regulations. I like what where you find yourself. Some schools are stricter than others, while some are not. Another thing is join the university's open days. Universities usually have open days. For my university, I joined their open days. Some may have it as information sessions. So these days it is virtual or like before when it was physical, but now COVID and all, it is now virtual. So you can literally join from anywhere. And a bonus point is some universities that would tell you we do not give out funding would actually give out funding on open days, or they would say those who were able to attend, when you are ready to apply, send us an email and tell us you attended the open day or the information session, and we're going to give you um, either funding. Some even go as far as waiving the application fee for you. So it's very important for you that when you are also researching the universities and the courses, find out their open days. Find out, it's usually on the website, information sessions. They usually have it at different times of the year. Some start as early as April, May. Some even do, I think my university did theirs around July. So you need to find that out. And some, I think, close out somewhere around September, October, because then they're getting close to the deadline for applications, and that's it. So that is a great advantage. And there you get to learn everything about the course, everything about the requirements. Sometimes they give you very specific details about what they are looking for. For example, my university, I did not write GRE because they specifically said we are not interested in the GRE. What we are looking for is someone who is research inclined, someone who is academically research inclined. All right. And so it was a good advantage for me because I was already doing something like that. So you need to attend some of these things so that you're able to get this very first hand information, right? And you are up to date with some of these things. So I hope that you've been able to pick out the silent points and it guides you on how to search for it. And so I hope this has been helpful to you. Please let me know what you found most useful. All right. Have a great day. Bye.